Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm TM Jeb, and by the trust vested in me by Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, I officially call this magical meeting to order. So to start this evening on an inspiring note, let us call on TM Nikki to lead us in the invocation.
Good evening, everyone. Let us enter our presence in the Lord. Dear God, we thank you for bringing us together once again to conduct our regular Toastmasters meeting. We ask that you bless everyone present here and that the words we share tonight will help us become better communicators, leaders, and individuals. May you grant us wisdom so that whatever we learn tonight may be applied in our everyday lives. Thank you again, dear God. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, TM Nikki. Now to guide us in our Toastmasters promise, let me call on PP Rai de Jesus.
Kindly raise our right hand as we utter the Toastmaster promise. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules to all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities.
Thank you, PP Rai. Dear fellow Toastmasters, guests, our tonight's meeting is Let's Go to Disneyland, which has an objective of be your own Disney princess or Prince Charming and apply it on your leadership journey. Disney stories teach us about courage, resilience, and believing in yourselves, just like our journey in Toastmasters. Now, fellow Toastmaster, what Disney story struck you the most? Anyone? Or what is your favorite Disney story?
Can I share?
Yes, acknowledge you, Tita Mark.
I Hello everyone. Good evening. So this story that has a great impact on me was Aladdin. I remember when it was shown in the early 1990s on theater. I think it was the first animated film that I have watched on cinema. And then when it had this live action series or live action movie, I recall it was in 2019 that after watching that movie with my ex-girlfriend then wife, I got the yes answer of my wife. So that way, it was officially I got into a relationship right there and then after watching Aladdin. Back in
Wow. Is that a live action? Tita
Yep,
Mark?
yep, the live action one.
Okay. It's
2019.
it's a play.
No, it's a movie. It's not an
It's a
animated movie.
movie. So guys, that's your cue. If a tip from our distinguished Toastmaster Mark, if you want to have your uh potential girlfriend, ask her to watch Aladdin movies. Okay. So anyone who wants to share what's their favorite Disney story or character? Hello, Nikki. What's your favorite Disney story?
Hi, Toastmaster Jeff. My favorite Disney movie or Disney princess is Moana. Like
Oh,
Moana, I've always felt a calling, a deep calling within me to chart my own course. And hopefully, just as Moana found her way, I will find mine as I step toward in my journey to become a better communicator.
yeah. If you're the Moana, I will be the what's who's her best friend? The bigger one,
Maui.
It's
Maui.
Maui.
I will be Maui. The is he a demigod in the Moana story?
He is a demigod.
Yeah, yeah.
He,
I think Moana is one of the latest Disney movie that I have watched. For me, the one that struck me most is the story of the Nemo. Is it a Disney?
Sa Pixar.
It's
Pixar.
Pixar. Yeah, Pixel is different from Pixar, right? Something like
So it's not related to Disney. Anyway, just to share, uh, I may say
Oh,
that I'm
here
a family-oriented person, so
here
that's
is
why
Nemo.
Nemo.
Here is
Ni-
Nemo. Down here, oh. Here is Nemo. Ayan, oh, down here in your picture.
yeah,
Disney
it's a
siya.
yeah, it's Disney. That's why
Disney
I
siya.
asked you if Nemo is part of the Disney universe. So Nemo, as a family-oriented person, with his dad, so when we watch the movie, we can see how they close with each other. They explore the whole ocean just to find one another. So I may say that I can relate to him. That's why it's one of my favorite Disney movies. So anyone who wants to share? Last. How about you, TM Liz?
My favorite Disney movie and Disney character are no, not are. It's Beauty and the Beast. I love the
Uh,
story. I love the theme
Belle.
song. Yeah, I love
Belle.
the theme song. Yeah. And I love the message that even if you are, in part of your life you are bad, still there is hope for you to change. And sometimes struggles in life and difficulties and being greedy can change. There's hope. There is hope for change. And one of the things that will change a person, no matter how bad you are, is finding love, pure love. Someone that is going to accept you and love you for whoever you are, whatever you looked, even you have nothing, there is someone out there for us who's going to accept us and love us no matter how we look or who we are, what we are. That's why I love Beauty and the Beast.
wow, wonderful. Thank you, TM
Thank
Liz.
you.
So
Thank you.
san sana all.
Sana.
So I hope everyone will find the one who loves you or who you are. So thank you everyone for the short introduction of our theme of the night. But to explore the Disney universe, let me call on the one who will guide us to this wonderful journey, on this magical journey. Our Toastmaster of the evening is one of I look up to. When she deliver her speech, I know that she will be the champion. She's a doc. She's a PhD candidate and one of our seasoned Toastmaster in Meycauayan Toastmasters. Let me call on the most beautiful TM Elise Dulatas. TM Elise, the stage is
Good
yours.
evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to make sure that my crown is visible. and that I'm going to be at least one night in my life that I'm going to be a true princess. I'm going to feel like a true princess because you are all in my domain. Okay? So, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. I am going to bring you to Disneyland, or else into the minds and the magical mind of Walter Disney. And so Jeff was asking who is your favorite princess? I would say the first animated princess Walt Disney made, Snow White, way back 1937. And she's the only princess who's being honored in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So if you happen to go to Disney Hollywood Hall of Fame in LA, she's the only princess that has a mark in there. So, fellow Toastmasters, good evening, guests. Good evening. Welcome to a magical world of Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. Once upon a time, and there were 3 animated wizards in the kingdom of Meycauayan that came up with the idea of bringing a Toastmasters Club to the area, designed after an international leadership and communication skill development program, one that has headquarters in California, USA. And so I would like everyone to visit us in Disneyland Anaheim, not in Disney World, Florida, because it's going to take you 3 days to explore the amusements there. These 3 wizards, anyway, were those distinguished Toastmasters, Dana Palinga, Kristen Temblica, and Mike Rodriguez, was then brought magic into the town of Meycauayan with their skills and techniques, and neighboring people even came to visit the prestigious club and became enchanted wizards themselves. And so this Toastmasters Club is the only educational club in the whole wide world. You see how magical it is? I am your host for tonight, and I'm going to lead you into the excitement part of Disneyland. And I just want you to guess who I am. La 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 la. Can you guess what princess I am? What kingdom I belong to? No one? He cannot top the song, the rhythm.
Ariel?
Yes, I am Ariel because I was born in the month of Pisces. Look here, my crown. It has a tail in it. Okay, and so I was born in the month of Pisces. I am the fantasy of all sailors, and my voice is the envy of all women. Yes, I am Princess Ariel, and one of King Triton's daughters, of course, in the kingdom of Atlantica. And I am going to introduce you to a lot of princesses and prince here tonight in our Toastmasters program. And for a start, I have a princess friend who's coming from the land far, far away. She's known to be the fairest one of all. You know why? His skin is like snow, black hair like of ebony's, and her lipstick, Macy's made, so red. I hope she wears one dark red lipstick tonight. Can you guess who she is? Snow White? Our language evaluator for tonight, Armel. Take it on, Armel.
Thank you so much, Princess Ariel. Good evening, Disney kings and queens. I am your grammarian for tonight, or your language evaluator, and I will be sharing to you what is our magical word for tonight. It is animate. Animate is a verb. It means to give spirit and support to move to action, to make or design, as to create apparently spontaneous, lifelike movement. Example in a sentence. The writer's humor animates the novel. I challenge you, everyone, to please use the word animate. Later on, I will be giving the correct. Later on, I will be giving my report to you as your grammarian. But any one of you who would like to use the word animate in a sentence, can we have some volunteer for tonight? Yes, Toastmaster Jeff.
Okay. Whenever I tell a story to my nephew, I always animate my story. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, fellow Toastmasters, once again, use the word animate in our table topic session, and maybe you could also use it in your prepared speech. Back to you, Toastmaster Elise, or our Princess Ariel tonight.
So, fellow Toastmasters, do you agree with me when I say she has the skin as white as snow, a black hair as black as ebony, and her lipstick is so red like that of DTM or Macy's? And you should see her in person. She's so white, really. Fellow Toastmasters, I hope you are going to be excited to our table topic session. Our education program is about to start. Our education portion of our program is about to start. And I am expecting everyone to be animated. So I cannot see my crown. Okay, so I just need to go like this every time I speak. Or anyway, fellow Toastmasters, our table topic master has kissed her one true love. With her one kiss, poem, and his charming smile, she won the heart of Dr. Jessa. And now they have two beautiful daughters in their kingdom far, far away. Our table topic master is our Prince Jonathan, who kissed his one true love, Snow White, because Jessa is also very, very white. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome this distinguished Toastmaster, Mark Edrada.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Queen Elizabeth of Disney. All right, so on behalf of Toastmaster Rochelle, I will be your table topics master. Okay. For the benefit of our guests and newcomers here in Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, the table topic session is a portion in a Toastmasters meeting that teaches every one of us to do impromptu speaking. So we do not have any preparation, and you are going to answer the question right then and there. In table topics, there are different speech patterns used in this kind of impromptu speaking. And now, we will be focusing on the past, present, future speech pattern. So when do you use the past, present, future speech pattern? Among many patterns in table topics, PPF or past, present, future is used when you're going to propose something. For example, when you're stating your past, so what happened in the past, you will tell a story about it. And then present, followed by the present, what is happening now? And then you will be stating the future. What is your suggestion and what do you think will happen about the solution or suggestion that you are telling your audience? Now, this table topic session is coming with a twist. What do you think is the twist in this table topics session? The twist in this table topic session is that, fellow Toastmasters, you will not only answer the table topics question, but you will also think of the question that you want to throw your fellow Toastmasters. So it's an impromptu question and answer portion. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So our first question, anyway, this must revolve around Disneyland, cartoons, animations. Okay, so everyone, think of any question revolving that topic. To throw the first question, let me call here on stage Toastmaster Rose. What is your first question that you want to ask our fellow Toastmaster or our fellow Toastmasters?
Hello, good evening. My camera is a bit wonky tonight. There. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. I am a lover of animation, and so what hmm, I am I am thinking of maybe the first what is your very first animated uh, what is the first animated show that you have watched?
Okay. What is the first animated show that you have watched? Okay. Let's hear it from Toastmaster John. What was the first animated show that you have watched? The stage is yours, Toastmaster John.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. The very first animation that I have watched when I was a child, I think that might be the animation of Noah's Ark, since
Oh,
my family are both Christians. Ever since I was a child, I uh almost all of the stories and movies and animations in the Bible, they've let us watch it. One of it was the Noah's Ark. So in that specific film, it shows the story of course, Noah and his family, of how they've served God and they've stayed as um, loyal servant to God, and it also shows the story of how God punishes the world by the flood, by the great flood, and yeah, that's about it. And also about the animals that was saved, and also about each animals also have their own fears. And yeah, that's a great film, and it's also has a lot of moral lessons that came into it. That's it. Thank you.
nice.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Toastmaster John. Indeed, watching animation or animated movies in terms of biblical setting is good for kids because uh, for one, it's amazing. For two, it can resonate with the kids in viewing or watching those kind of films. As far as the biblical studies are concerned. Thank you once again to Master Jan. Now let's have somebody ask another question that revolves around Disney animation and cartoons. May I have the question from Toastmaster Mikey of BYCI Toastmasters Club. Hey, Toastmaster Mikey.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Am I audible on your end?
Perfect.
Okay. For the question is, I will be turning on my camera also. So for the question is, if you could or if you could animate one Disney movie for a day, what would it be and why? Again, the question is, if you could animate or relive one Disney movie for a day, what would it be and why? So that will be my question. Back to you, Toastmaster Mark.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mikey. If you can animate one Disney movie for a day, what will it be? Mhm. Let's call Toastmaster Liz.
Good evening, everyone. It's still the character of Belle in Beauty and the Beast, in Beauty and the Beast, because just like what I've said earlier, that is my favorite Disney cartoon. If I'm going to say other character, it's no longer believable if I'm going to change. So it's Belle. I love how how she changed uh the prince. I love how she showed her strength to the prince. So if I'm going to give the chance to relive that character, it will be a pleasure for me. I will be happy to live as Belle for one day. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Liz. Yes, actually, well, The Beauty and the Beast is a good film. It has lessons, and I'm curious how you could relate Belle's story of Belle or the story of Beauty and the Beast in your own life. So that's interesting, intriguing, Toastmaster Liz. I think we will hear about that, if not later, some other time. All right.
Sure.
Now, question number 3. The impromptu question will come from, are you available, distinguished Toastmaster Joy?
Sorry, Toastmaster Mark, I didn't get that clearly. Can you please repeat
All right. So
the
this,
topic or the question?
okay. So this is the table topics with a twist in such a way that somebody of you will ask an impromptu question and then it will be answered by the other Toastmaster. So do you have any
Oh,
question to your fellow Toastmasters here in
oh,
Meycauayan that revolves around Disney, cartoons, or animation?
oh, all right. Okay, got it. All right. So perhaps ask a question. I hope you could see me clearly and not cutting off because I'm still on the road. But perhaps a very intriguing question I would like to ask is if there was any plot that you would like to change in any of the Disney movies that you know, what plot would you have done differently? Or how would you have made that particular plot different?
All right. If there is this particular plot that you want to change, how are you going to do it differently? All right.
Yes.
May we hear from Toastmaster Elise?
Yes, I was about to raise my hand. Oh my, I have so long to like change the plot of this story. Brave, the girl, the daughter of a Scottish king. She has no princess. She has no prince, I mean. And she was just, you know, doing her own thing. She was very skillful in archery, but she has no prince. The story evolved around her family in regards to her three siblings, her mother who became a bear, and that's it. It was actually a show of just an animation film of about bravery and being skillful and just being decisive on what your calling is, and she just wants to be a princess of her own. No prince at all, no romance. That's it. Thank you, Joy, for that question.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the thing. Because we can, if we have the license to change the plot, we can do it, and then in our own imagination, we can do changes in the plot. All right. Thank you for that, Toastmaster Elise. Now for the last impromptu question. May I call here on stage, what is your impromptu question that revolves around Disney, animation, and cartoons? Toastmaster Mar.
Toastmaster kay ani mo nung oy. Toastmaster ka nga ang mali mo pronunciation. Toastmaster.
Yes, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I have not really watched a lot of Disney animated film. The only film I have watched is The Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin, the 2019 edition. But if I were to craft a question, the one I can craft with is how will you, what fable or what story will one weave to show the timeless situation of injustice and inequality? in a tone that is not didactic, but in a funny way. That is what other or what uh, new movie or new character will you probably create to reflect this injustice or inequality in the world without, of course, sounding preachy but funny? That is my question.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Mar. So what is that a new movie that you would come up uh, about the injustice that's happening? Is that the question? All right. Okay. So if you're going to produce or create a new movie about injustices that's going on around the world, what would it be? Let me hear from Toastmaster Sedi.
Okay, so hello. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. I've been a fan of Legally Blonde of Miss University, and that movie doesn't speak about injustices, but that movie speaks of the, for me, the prejudice against women. Um, if you watch that movie, it entails about uh, Reese Witherspoon's character who is who was belittled because many people think her as a dumb person and she will not be able to take Harvard Law. But because of her wit and her intelligence, she was able to successfully to successfully um triumphantly succeeded a certain legal case. And that would and I would like to have a part three of that movie, I think, because of the injustices of against women who is still think as not same as the other gender, weak, tamed, easily detained, and not that powerful. So I think that would be the movie that I would about injustices that I would like to film in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Sedi. I agree with that it's that gender equality is a rampant issue nowadays. And there is this injustice going on, not only in some part of the world, but actually in every part of the world. So because gone are the days that the world is patriarchal or even matriarchal in nature. So we have this gender equality, and I respect every gender, every race, every ethnicity. And it seems that your story, Toastmaster Sedi, is it seems simple, but deep inside there is this profound meaning I sense on that particular speech that you have told just earlier. All right, so that concludes our table topic session. I congratulate all the 8 speakers. Actually, it's not 4 speakers, but 8 speakers who partook the table topic session for tonight. I now turn the control back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Queen Elise.
Hi, my domains. I hope you had a meaty table topic discussion for tonight. And I just want to remind everyone that not all Disney films are animated. And there are films that was made with through actors, through actresses in the flesh. Examples of which are the films Enchanted, starred by Amy Adams, and Narnia is a Disney movie. It's not animated, and so we need to research more on that. But then again, we are focused on the princess and princesses here, present here in my kingdom. Fellow Toastmasters, this is the meat of the program wherein I declare all prince and princesses, prince and princess, to come before my throne and say something about their achievements. Our first speaker, the first prince, is going to tell something about his first concern. Our first prepared speaker is truly an ideal prince. Any princess would love to be friend with him because he's a loving son too. I like him to be, he is actually the Simba of our Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. The title of the speech is Aha Moment, objective of which is to present a speech on any topic, to receive feedback and apply the feedback received from his first speech. His evaluator is distinguished Toastmasters Christine. Is that correct?
And I
Correct?
to
Christine?
Toastmaster Elise, I love the
Yes.
introduction. I love the introduction for our first prepared speaker. However, he's not able to attend tonight's meeting, so we can proceed with the next speaker.
Oh, okay, so he's not around, and so is his evaluator, right?
That's right.
Our second speaker is like, let me see. This is magical because she has been mentioning in regards to, it has been mentioning Belle in regards to her lightness, which I actually I'm confirming that she is the Belle of Meycauayan Toastmasters Club because she's as beautiful and smart, loves her family, loves books as well. The title of the speech is Angels in the Highway. Oh no, this is Juliet Kabatingan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Objective of which is to practice vocal variety and body language. That is why she opted to have a video presentation for this. Correct? Her evaluator is Mr. President Jeff Robles. Our next speaker, Juliet Kabatingan, Angels in the Highway. Juliet Kabatingan.
I was driving along Megadike that Monday and just 2 kilometers away from OG Road going north direction when I saw a vehicle coming towards my lane, and it's from the opposite lane. His distance was probably still 700 meters, so I tried to honk my horn softly. Beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. But the driver seemed to have not noticed or heard my buzz, and he was still driving fast towards my lane. Going north, gaining speed, so I hard pressed my horn, this time the hardest. Beep! But still no avail. At that moment, I already knew we were going to collide because there was no effort from him at all to avoid this possible head-on he was leading. At that time, I was driving my Raptor pickup, loaded with heavy-duty bumper, while the other vehicle was an old Toyota, designed lowered like those for racing. With this scenario, if I will stick on my lane, resonating that I am driving rightfully, and let the other vehicle collide on me, slam head-on mine, it will cause severe damage or worse, injuries to them. But in the nick of seconds, tick-tock, 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 we are going to collide, and him not responding to my hard-pressed honking, and with his vehicle cruising fast and directly towards mine, my heart was pounding intensely. But exercising presence of mind, trying to focus, and what is the best way to avoid him. that time, the very least option I thought or there is available is to swerve to the narrow right shoulder of the dike. And that's what I did. But fearing I might fall off the ravine, it only helped me a bit. After doing that, the vehicle still hard hit my side of the car. Bam! I thought I will fall off the cliff. But good thing there are trees cladding the sides. I was really shaken. So I took a moment and breathed and leaned back to my seat for a few seconds. Then after that moment, I came back to my senses. I pressed my window down. This time a bit hyped, and asked the driver of the other car, "What is going on? What happened?" But got no response, did not even open the window or did not even open the door. So what I did, I stepped down from my car. All other motorists came asking me if I was okay and showing concerns, whether I'm all right, was I hurt, as if they were gonna calm me down, thinking I was still in shock. That time, the passenger as well of the other vehicle went down, and she was hysterical, and she opened the door, and she opened the door of the driver, trying to wake him up. Then I saw the driver, who was a bit old, in his early 60s, and his forehead was badly damaged. It cracked and it was bleeding badly. And then I told the motorist, "I'm okay, guys. Don't worry about me. Please, someone call an ambulance for him because he is badly injured." I instinctively took my face towel from the car and put it in his forehead and hard pressed to stop bleeding. The passenger is the driver's daughter-in-law and told me that his father-in-law is a dialysis patient and just had a session that night before, which most likely why he fell asleep while driving. As for her, she was sitting at the back tending to her kids, and she noticed that their car was swerving only when it was already close, and she tried to wake his father up, but too late. She told me in her exact words, "Ma'am, we are so thankful that we hit your car. Otherwise, you would have gone straight down the cliff. If it was not for you, we could have been dead by now." I looked at her. At first, it didn't sink in. It took me a while to process the words she uttered, because at that point, I was thinking about the heavy damages I saw with my car. But then I replied to her, "It's okay. It's okay." Then, after all the investigations and towing were done, I went back to the office to work around lunchtime. When I arrived, all the people in the office were concerned about whether I was still in shock or maybe shaking, but I told them I was all right. At that time, I was still thinking of the damages of my car. And someone from my colleagues uttered again, but this time with additional phrase, "Good thing He hit straight onto your car. Otherwise, they could have ended badly injured, or worst, dead. You are their savior. You are their guardian angel. Oh my goodness. Gave me a goosebump. There it is again. This time it totally sunk in, and the minute I sat on my chair and nodded to these colleagues, I told them, you are wrong. Definitely wrong. I was not their guardian angel, because I was also saved by the angels roaming in that dike. So we were all safe, and that is why nothing really bad happened to us. Fellow Toastmasters, we've got to have faith. We've got to believe. The footprints of the angels are love. And where there is love, miraculous things can happen. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster.
Okay, now it got heavier. It was kind of emotional, fellow Toastmasters, but then this is Disneyland. Okay, so anyway, we are so thankful that angels hover around. And so angels are also animated. We love angels, aren't we, Domain? Fellow Toastmasters, they say education part is the meat portion of the program, but I say the evaluation portion is the most exciting segment. Are you ready, fellow Toastmasters? No, you're not ready. Domain, are you all ready for the most exciting part of the program?
Toastmaster Elise, we have second
Yes?
speaker. Next speaker is Liz.
I'm sorry. We
Yeah.
still have one speaker. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, Liz. I was excited to hear you. I'm so carried off with the Toastmasters Juliet speech. Fellow Toastmasters, we have another speaker. I have one subject who's also a princess who's going to deliver her concern to the domain, to the kingdom. Okay, and she is actually a princess who is the bravest one of all. She is the only daughter of the Scottish king, who is controls her own destiny, a very, 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 very brave, skilled craftswoman herself. Merida, the Merida of Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Liz Bautista. The title of the speech is There's Always Grace in the Sinking, objective of which is to practice vocal variety and body language as well. Her evaluator is Toastmaster Marley Biran, a prince himself. Our speaker, fellow Toastmasters, is Liz Bautista. There's always a grace in sinking. Toastmaster Liz Bautista. Take it away.
Have you drowned? Grasped breath and flew your feet to rise and survived? Sinking is not the end. It is the will to ascend that matters. The moment we start to calm down and flow is the start of us rising. I remember years ago, I faced my own sinking experience. I almost died 3 times in 3 different circumstances. The first event happened in 2020. But many years before that, I had a growing successful printing and food business. Career-wise, I was at my peak as an educator, a nursing supervisor, and a mental health advocate. The sudden blast of COVID-19 uprooted many of us. COVID-19 uprooted life's normalcy. I was marooned. My business was swept in a whirlpool of lost sales, clients disappeared, and the looming uncertainty. I was drowned in total bankruptcy. Bills piled up, savings scraped. I have to sell my properties. The struggle was excruciating to my physical and emotional balance. I remained calm despite the menacing attack of COVID-19. Everyone's dream exposed and melted like the Antarctic meltdown. The second event was when I lost my parents and three of my siblings. I felt drowned in life, suffocated by the emotional weight of losing people we love. I felt I was floating in the sea and feeling the events were little by little drowning and just waiting for me to lose my life. It's a fiasco. I sank. However, I don't stop praying. There is hope. Third is when I lost my life from COVID. I was almost lifeless. Was there for 52 days. There, through contemplation, I know one day life is great, and the next, we're gone. After I survived, I asked myself, what will I do next? How can I combat this great loss? And the sinking forced me to reflect. I realized even I am rock bottom, still, I am breathing. I am alive and have hope for mercy and grace of His divine power. I know I can kick my way up and rise, and that realization gave me clarity. And clarity is grace. It is only when I hit the bottom that I saw what I truly valued. It's my God-given life, His amazing grace. How sweet the sound. And years after lockdown, and everyone's back to new normal, no more restrictions, I went swimming and asked my nephew to teach me to symbolically face my fears. I have aquaphobia. My nephew is an instructor, told me to go in the pool. I heard jump into the pool, and I jumped confidently, only to realize I forgot how to float, and my fear eats me. There I am, flailing like a fish out of water, while a 10-year-old child swam laps around me yelling, "You got this, lady! Stand up! It's only 4 feet!" In Tagalog, "Kaya mo po yan! Langoy! Tayo ka po! Oh. Mababaw lang po yan!" I looked at the child in humiliation and tried to stood up, touching my feet onto the ground. Humiliating, absolutely, but also hilarious. And that's another grace in sinking. It keeps me humble, and I realized swimming is not really for me. Every time life tries to break me, I let it sharpen me instead. The weight of my struggles is the force that lifts me up. Remember the story of Peter walked onto the water following Jesus and fear sets in. Then he sank. While tragic, it brought out both the worst. It's either you quit or surrender, and brought out the best in us. Bravery, sacrifice, strength, love, faith, and hope emerge from the depths of that test. Grace doesn't erase the pain. It illuminates humbleness and strength of faith in it. What does grace and sinking look like? It's that moment when you stop fighting the current and instead start asking, what is this teaching me? Sinking is not the end. It's an experience, a chance to learn, adopt, and rise stronger. Grace doesn't make the sinking painless, but it gives its purpose. Remember, even the ocean's depths have treasures to be discovered. It's the courage to embrace failure as a stepping stone and not a tombstone. When you find yourself sinking, don't panic. Learn from it and let it transform you into a better you. Drown in the storm if you must, but rise like the tide, stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. Thank you.
All right, Domain. I just see that we're getting kind of emotional. Speeches becoming heavier and heavier. But then again, fellow Toastmasters, this is Disneyland, okay? So we are going back to the magical world of my domain. The evaluation portion is the most exciting segment of the program as I see it. And I would like to introduce you to a princess. Our general evaluator is an alchemist of the night. They call themselves conjurer because they are the jury themselves, the one who sees all things, the one who smells all things, the one who hears all things, because she photographs everything in her mind, writes it down in her journal, in her documentary journal, to read it later, to watches everyone of you, watches every one of you on TV with her Korean drama on the side. A member of 3 clubs, Toastmaster clubs, foremost her home Cebu Club at Queen City Toastmasters Club, also of Sulu Advanced Toastmasters Club, Bangiitan Advanced Toastmasters Club, and I just hope the Meycauayan Toastmasters Club is not going to have a sub-club like a Meycauayan Advanced Club, because I'm not going to be a member there. Just a Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, no more advanced. Anyway, just for a hint for our education Toastmaster, a past area director, past division director, district trainer, district past administration manager, and now for Cebu's conference, a district conference chair. Aren't you excited to meet her? Toastmasters, let's all bang our tables, just like the Scottish bang and honors the warrior, to welcome our general evaluator of the night. Dun, 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 the queen conjurer herself among us all, distinguished Toastmaster Joy Storfide Roman. Welcome to Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, Miss Joy.
Amazing, amazing introduction, and I really like that energy. It's sustained from the start up to this point, and I'm not going to preempt my evaluation of you, Toastmaster Elise. But again, thank you so much for the invitation, for allowing me to come back here in Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. It's been more than a year since I visited this club, and boy, it has grown and has certainly shown me how much improvement or how much changes, positive changes there is that I have seen from start to this point. So, friends and fellow Toastmasters, true to the theme for tonight's meeting about Disneyland, if I may share to you the perhaps one of the favorite fairy tale stories that I have with Disney is the Cinderella. And I feel like for this particular part of the program, which is the evaluation, this is me being the fairy godmother and saying bibbidi bobbidi boo. And it's sort of like giving all of your wishes of learning and improvement in this segment of your program. So, friends and fellow Toastmasters, I know we have a couple or a lone guest that we have in the room that was invited by Toastmaster Pasita, or perhaps it is Miss Pasita who's the guest for tonight. Just correct me if I am wrong, but this is a part where we get to again grant that wish of how we could be better in public speaking and leading alike. And I am going to be with a panel of evaluators who are going to give our feedback. Thank you so much. Ray is also a guest. So we have 3 guests for tonight. raise a crowd. So that's great news indeed. So I hope that our guests really had a great time, and for us to be able to help each and every one elevate the skills that we already have in public speaking and organizing and managing a program or a meeting. Let's start off with the general or the evaluation portion of tonight's program. All right. So without any further ado, I'd like to call our first evaluator for this evening's program, and that's going to be the table topics, right? This person is going to be evaluating the impromptu speech segment we had earlier that was facilitated by Toastmaster Mark. So let friends and fellow Toastmasters, I know he's very much ready. Let's all welcome Toastmaster Cedi Cortez.
Thank you so much to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Joy. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. And I am very excited to evaluate our three brave speakers who delivered their table topic speech tonight. And as our theme for today is Let's Go to Disneyland, I know that some of us has that Disney heart wherein all or some of the Disney characters have influenced us, whatever it may be, but we have that in our heart. And as mentioned by our table topic master earlier, distinguished Toastmaster Mark, table topic is one of the nerve-wracking uh, portion of the meeting. But of course, just like Disney, every time we used to give our stories, it always have magic. And I believe our three brave speakers were able to give that magic of inspiration, that magic um of vulnerability as they give their speeches. And to start with our first table topic speaker, Toastmaster John. To Toastmaster John, I appreciate how you narrated the answer with regards to the film that you have watched. And that is something that's very personal to you. And I really felt your authenticity when you answered that question from Toastmasters. What I just would like to give something for you to improve, or what I am looking forward to your future table topic speech is, even though an impromptu speech is a short speech, we may consider having a call to action or takeaway from your impromptu speech. You may share from that particular film, from Noah's Ark, what is something that you have learned to that film and how it influenced or mold you to become a person you are now. Second, second, second opportunities for improvement would also be the eye contact. I know that even a virtual platform, we had those struggles seeing ourselves, but you may just take a look in the camera so that we have a good impression that you have that eye contact. But all in all, thank you so much, Toastmaster John, for sharing that and for allowing us to know more about that role. Second is to Toastmaster Liz, who is our belle of the night. To Toastmaster Liz, I appreciate how you naturally answered the question. And I felt your excitement. And it seems like that you really know Belle so much. And it gave you an impression that you really idolized or emulated her ever since. Her personalities, her nuances, that is something that I was impressed of. If there is one thing that you would like to consider when you are delivering speeches, same with Toastmaster John, is a takeaway. What is something that you have learned from Belle of Beauty and the Beast? And share with us. Share with us that takeaway. Because we have to remember when we are delivering the impromptu speech, we have to leave something from the audience. But all in all, thank you so much, Toastmaster Liz, for that impromptu speech. And last but not the least, the Toastmaster Elite. The Toastmaster Elite, I appreciate your enthusiasm, the way you answered the question. It is something that I find with in your voice, that excitement, and I really felt that magic. And you also shared what have you learned from that character, that we have to be brave. If I would, what I would like to suggest in your future table topic speech is to share a personal story from that character in a way that what is something, what is a particular experience that you have that day from that time, from that character, and share with us the lessons that you have learned from her. But of course, thank you, and of course, since this is a table topic, we still have to prolong, or you could have extended speech more so that I could listen to you more and listen to your story from that aspect. But all in all, it was a great speech. So fellow Toastmasters, let's give a round of applause to our three brave speakers. And last but not the least, to our table topic master, distinguished Toastmaster. So distinguished Toastmaster Mark, uh, you didn't, you always have that idea to make us excited about table topics. And given that we have four guests, I say, if, if I will be the guest, it will make me appreciate the table topic speech, because as I mentioned a while ago, it is a nerve-wracking portion of the meeting, but you made the speech a safe space for us, that we are licensed, or we are given that opportunity to speak, regardless that we have grammatical lapses or we have that anxiety. But because of your welcoming demeanor, we embrace this portion. And I appreciate how you made the questions impromptu as well, by simply asking the other Toastmasters to ask. And that is something that we can do more in our future table topics. And I don't see anything to improve on, because you always exceeded our expectations. So with that, let's give a round of applause to our table topic speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Mark. So there you have it, fellow Toastmasters and friends. That concludes my table topics evaluation. And I hope we encourage we were encouraged to deliver speeches, because always remember that our words have that magic, that inspiration that can help everyone to be inspired as well. So that would be all. Back to you, to our general evaluation.
Wow, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sedi, for your evaluation. And yes, I would agree with you with how much instantaneous the thoughts could be in a table topics is tantamount to having that instant connection or inspiration of that, or perhaps motivation for each and every one of us listening to the not prepared, but impromptu speeches that we heard earlier. And thank you again so much for giving that comprehensive evaluation for all the table topic speakers, and also to our table topics master rather, for tonight's session. If I could be of any help, Toastmaster Sedi, you could also perhaps try using or describing your evaluation from your vantage point by perhaps saying the words I experienced, I heard, I noticed, right? So I know that you were wanting to enjoin everyone and make everyone also realize or probably relive a familiar instance in how they saw or heard or experienced the speeches this evening from all of our impromptu speakers. But another way to also personalize your evaluation to a receiver could be you starting that statement with the word I, so that it could be more personal also, and it will be received in a more personal note at that. So again, thank you so much, Toastmasters Eddie, for your evaluation. Great job. Now, friends and fellow Toastmasters, and I'm going to call our first of our two prepared speech evaluators, and I'm going to be using a snip that I got earlier while I was traveling back home. We had two prepared speakers for tonight, and those were Toastmaster Juliet and Toastmaster Liz, two empowered women. And by the way, it's Women's Month right now, right? So go. Now we are going to hear our first evaluators going to give his feedback on Toastmaster Juliet's speech. It was really I should say, if I were in her shoes, it was a life-changing experience at that. So thank you again, Toastmaster Juliet, for sharing that story. Without any further ado, let me call Toastmaster Jeff Robles.
Thank you, General Evaluator Joy. Hi, TM Julian. If you are watching this, thank God you are safe. Your speech was both powerful and inspiring. It wasn't just a story. It was a reminder that miracles can happen. Your speech had a strong beginning, an engaging middle, and a meaningful ending. So you set the scene and walk us through your experience and left us with an important realization at the end. This made it easy to follow and impact. You made us feel like we were there with you on the highway. The way you describe the moment allowed us to experience your emotions, your fear, your agony, the relief, and your gratitude. Congratulations, TM Julian, and thank you for sharing this personal story of yours. It makes your speech more relatable to your audience. Your hand movements have expressed your thoughts clearly by making the story more vivid. Even through the screen, your gestures added depth to your speech. Congratulations, because you have completed or achieved the objective of your speech, which is introduction to body language, which you have shown through your hand gestures earlier. Now, I would like to suggest some points that could make your speech a champion speech. Since your body language is part of the project, try positioning your camera to show more of your upper body or full frame. This will allow you to use natural movements such as stepping forward during intense moments or shifting to the side to show a change in the scene. For example, when the car has crashed on you, you can change sides, meaning this is the next scenario. Through this changing pace of your body, it will add depth to your speech. Next, that I would like to recommend is use of back vocal variety. Changing your tone and pace can make the audience feel the urgency, the fear when the car is approaching. For example, when describing the moment of the car wouldn't stop, you could slow down and put it like this. Beep, beep, beep. I slammed the brakes, but the car was still moving forward. This would make the audience feel the panic and suspense. Deb Juliet, Congratulations on delivering such an inspiring and heartfelt speech. You met the project's goal by using body language and personal storytelling to connect with us. Overall, your message was powerful and touching. As you said, when there is love, miraculous things can happen. Thank you for sharing your story with us, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jeff. How about we give him a round of applause? Thank you so much for giving your insights. And I would like to highlight how you're able to also clearly, how you're able to articulate to Toastmaster Juliet what she could have done differently and the impact that that particular suggestion could bring about her speech. So well done on that. Now we're going to move on to our second speech evaluator for tonight, and he, please correct me if I'm wrong, Toastmaster yes, he is going to be evaluating the another, I would like to use the words of Toastmaster Elise, emotional speech. I think that it was a lot. There was a lot of emotions there, and I'm not going to preempt his evaluation. And I would like to call him on the virtual stage. Let's all welcome Toastmaster Mark.
Yes. Um, Yes, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and especially you, Toastmaster Liz. I would like to commend Liz, first of all, for its content, because your story or your speech really moved us. And of course, the structure was sound. And of course, I like the use of the rule of threes because you have described the three major events in your life when during the pandemic, when your siblings died, as well as your mother, and of course, when you almost died because of COVID. Well, your speech really moved me because it is a balance of events, what's the lesson, experience, what is it teaching you. Yes, I like the way the words that you use in this speech because it's really very vivid for us to be able to share in your experience. If there is, again, I also would like to mention that the objective of the speech, which is vocal variety and of course gestures were also fulfilled. There are suggestions, however, so that you can make your speech near perfect. First, in the vocal variety and hand gesture, maybe you could add, you were given a material that where you can maximize your vocal variety, like rising and falling, sinking and floating. So you could have made use of rising and falling intonation. Yes. And yes, you could have followed, you could have used something soft and then balance it with something strong, because that is the lessons. And of course, you have left a wealth of lessons to the listeners. You are really engaging. And what are my suggestions? You just have to continue to make to add to your hand gestures, because that will certainly nail it all. All in all, I congratulate you for your speech, and I look forward to evaluating you again. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Liz.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Mar, for your evaluation of Toastmaster Liz's speech earlier. Perhaps if I was to make a general comment about the speakers, if I could add something, I really appreciated the calmness of the speakers tonight. They were able to show mastery and confidence because of that calmness, even if there's just too much emotions going on with their speeches. I really appreciated how you were composed, both for Toastmaster Liz and Toastmaster Juliet at that. So I guess that's one notable experience that I have here in Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. There's this calm and commanding presence at the same time. Thank you again to Toastmaster Mark for giving those insights. And yes, I would agree. If Toastmaster Liz would have performed this face to face with all of the gestures, I think it will have more. It would have been more impactful speech at that. Again, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mark, for your
Thank you.
evaluation. Salamat
Thank you.
po. All right. Now we're going to hear the reports from our technical evaluators, and we're going to hear the reports from our language evaluator, our counter, and last but certainly not the least, our timer for tonight's meeting. And I would like to call first our language evaluator, a dear friend. Hello po, ADR Mel. On to you for our language evaluation. Let's give her a hand, please.
Thank you so much, Director Joy. I will always remember you as our queen or Elsa when we had our district convention years ago. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters. I am Meycauayan, and did you know that correct grammar usage is crucial in speaking because effective communication connotes clear understanding because your message should be conveyed clearly and understandably by your listeners. And also, effective communication also conveys professionalism because it demonstrates respect to the listeners. Tonight, we have a beautiful team, and all of us delivered an easy and understandable language that is pleasing to the ears. And congratulations to the members who used the word animation or animated or animate. We have Toastmasters Mark, Elise, Jeff, John, Rose, and Mikey. For the gems that I've heard tonight from Toastmaster Juliet, she said that you are their savior, you are their guardian angel, and also we've got to believe in the footprints of angel. And for Toastmaster Liz, I picked also gems from your speech. You said that even if I am in my rock bottom, I am still breathing and I am still alive. I also like the words amazing grace. And you also use profound words like fiasco, contemplation, and hilarious. And there are some tips that I would give to you to have or to use how to use the correct grammar. You may read your writing first to identify the awkward phrasing or unclear sentences when you make your speech. And also you may practice speaking at your home and to pause before using complex grammar or structures or vocabulary. And also always keep on practicing and listen to yourself carefully. And you may also listen to some podcasts or read some books. Though we are Filipinos, English language is considered also, is also the universal language all over the world. So we just keep on practicing and attend Toastmasters meeting every now and then so that we can be able to prove our grammar. Back to you, Director Joy.
Thank you so much, Direct Armel, for that language evaluation for tonight's meeting. Thank you so much for that. On to our and motion counter. I'm very interested about the motion counter. This is the first time I've encountered such a term here at Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. To deliver this report, can I call or let me call on the virtual stage, Toastmaster John. Over to you.
All right. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. During today's magical Disneyland themed meeting, I have been keeping an eye and ear on our use of filler words and distracting movements. Just like how Disneyland's performances are smooth and well rehearsed, my goal is to help us all become more polished and confident speakers. But even the most magical performances can have a few slips along the way, and I only took note of those who use filler words a significant number of times. That said, most speakers did an excellent job maintaining clear and confident delivery. Here's what I have observed. I actually have only two on my list. That is Toastmaster Mar and Toastmaster Sedi. Toastmaster Mar uttered six us, and Toastmaster Sedi uttered seven us. And I also uttered some filler words, but I haven't took count of that. Overall, let's continue to practice and improve so our speeches are as smooth and captivating as a memorable adventure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster John, for your report on the and motion counter. Okay, so it's a moment for me that the motion counter is more of like counting the number of times a person would do unnecessary gestures on screen. All right, very clever. It's a takeaway that I'm going to be bringing back to one of the clubs that I am a member of. All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Now to our last technical reporter for tonight, also a fellow director. Kamusta? Direk Rose. I hope you're doing well. On to you for our timers report. Let's give her a hand, please.
Good evening, everyone. And to my fellow subjects, good evening. I would like to thank you all for noticing me as your timer tonight. Thank you, Eeyore. He was the one pushing the buttons. Here in Toastmasters Kingdom, we have a standard allotment of time for every speech project. And just like that is like any other Disney movie, the movie needs to stop at one point or have three segments or a part 2 and a part 3. For our start, for my report, we have started the meeting on time, 7 o'clock. And then we started our table topics 7:18. The segment was for 19 minutes. We have our first speaker, Toastmaster John. He was on time, 1 minute, 27 seconds. Toastmaster Liz was under time, 45 seconds. Toastmaster Elise also under time for 58 seconds. Toastmaster said he was on time for 1 minute, 49 seconds. Now, for table topics, the minimum time required for everyone's knowledge is 1 minute. So please wait for the green to light up before you finish your speeches. All right. And yes, that's my crown. Let me put my head there as my crown for the chandelier. I'm kidding. For our prepared speeches, Toastmaster Juliet was over time 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Toastmaster Liz was on time for 6 minutes and 58 seconds. We started the general evaluation 8:01 p.m. and it is still ongoing. Toastmaster said he was overtime for his table topics evaluation for 7 minutes and 41 seconds. Maximum time there was for 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Our evaluators, Toastmaster Jeff, you were all overtime, 3 minutes 49 seconds. Toastmaster Mar was on time, 2 minutes 53 seconds. Toastmaster Armel was on time, 2 minutes 55 seconds. And Toastmaster John was also on time for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Now I will leave you, that is all for my timers report. I will leave you with one line from the fairy godmother, from Cinderella. Even miracles take a little time. Bippity boppity boo. Poof. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rose, Direct Rose, for that animated report on the time for tonight's meeting. All right. Now I'm going to provide you my general feedback for tonight's meeting, and I would like to start off by saying just like the Disneyland, and I hope someone here has already experienced going to Disneyland. I haven't, but oh, si Toastmaster Elise. All right, in Disneyland, I'm not sure if you would agree with me, Toastmaster Elise, but like every corner, every attraction there is, and every character when you get into Disneyland, I mean, it comes to life literally. And just like the theme for tonight, uh, the meeting was actually filled with moments that perhaps animated both our passion and creativity when it comes to our quest to be improved, developed better speakers and leaders alike. And it could be through the powerful speeches that we heard this meeting for the two prepared speeches, the responses from our table topic segment, and with the evaluation that the panel was able to share with each and every one with us tonight. And because of that, I believe that you were all able to actively participate and contribute to the success of tonight's meeting. I would like to highlight the experience that I got as soon as I joined the Zoom meeting. I was a bit late, but hearing Toastmaster Jeff Robles's interaction with a couple or three Toastmasters before we started the meeting, before we introduced our Toastmaster of the day, to me resonated a lot about personal connection. It's something similar with Disneyland that, each and every one of us will have that personal connection or two with how our how we connected, we related to the stories that we grew up with rather all these years. And I've appreciated that when we started the meeting towards, I mean, at this hour, at this minute, that the pace was just about right, and the transitions that each and every one of you did from one segment to another, especially with their Toastmaster of the evening, were all appropriate. Because again, the pace said a lot about how you were able to provide number three, that balanced meeting, that balanced program. I appreciated that there were like very able, willing Toastmasters who did the impromptu speeches, and also two of our Toastmasters of the three that was supposed to be scheduled tonight delivered their prepared speeches. And the attendance and engagement is very evident. I think we topped at 15, I think, or we still are at 14, to be exact. We have a good number of guests, which could showcase what you could offer each and every Toastmaster and the guests alike with the promise of the program that we have in this organization. And what I really liked about the whole program is the consistency, how you were aligning yourselves with the theme of tonight's program. Consistency, because just like any fairy tale, any story, whether it's animated or real life, there will really be this, very exciting part of the stories to the any not really conflict, but I think it's more of the emotions that we had, the ups and downs of the meeting, the emotions that we had in the meeting, from the prepared speeches to the impromptu speeches and to the evaluation, and how we hopefully would end this with a happily ever after for everyone. So if I were to give a suggestion, Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, because I believe you are a full-time online a club that hosts full-time online meetings at that. Sorry for rumbling the words. You could actually experiment on, perhaps, because you have this 30-minute window before you bang the gavel. If you would have themes that would allow you to share music on the background just to set that mood further, or perhaps you could have the same, it's the usual perhaps recommendation you'd hear, but the similar backgrounds, or perhaps a more thematic background for everyone, would also do, just to keep up with that consistency and strengthen that, or leverage on that strength actually. So, but overall, it was a great execution of the program. So kudos to each and every one of you, to the Execom, and to everyone who has attended this meeting. now I would like to give my feedback. It's a privilege for me to be able to give this feedback to not just our princess. I think you were the queen. You slayed tonight's meeting, Toastmaster Elise. You're not just a princess, you are a queen at that. There you have it. What stood out with me from the get-go was how you dressed to be successful. I appreciated this one, and I thought I could have been more ready about this, but I'm just going to, you know, do this one here. So I could also match up with the excellence that you were able to demonstrate this evening, because I would rarely see Toastmaster of the evening really dress up for the occasion. So thank you so much for showing being that positive role model for everyone, that it's not just when you do face-to-face meetings that you really dress up for success, but even for online platforms. I think you were able to nail that particular strength, or that positive example. I also appreciated Toastmaster Elise, that you were true to your what do you call this? You were true to your name, and I'm gonna give you feedback using your word or your name, Elise. Elyse. E. You were energetic, very evident. I think I mentioned that when I started my spiel as a general evaluator. Your energy was really consistent. It was there. It did not die down. It was just elevating as we progress in tonight's program. Elle, you led with a heart. It was so clear that you came in prepared, and that to me is a testament of how a dedicated Toastmaster would lead a meeting with a heart. Why? You had that youthful vibe. I really liked how you were so engaged with the theme. No pun intended, ma'am, with your youthful love or vibe at that. But I really liked how you answered my question during the table topic segment. You were so in your game, and I really appreciated that youthful vibe. As you spoke with command and care, there was this presence that you were exuding, not just to me, I hope with the rest of those who are in this room. It was so um, visible. It was to me literally experienced. You had that command and care at the same time. And if there was one thing that I would like to suggest, Toastmaster Elise, I thought there was only just one speaker, but then Toastmaster Mark said there were two. Perhaps it could be a coordination between you and the VP Education or anyone else, so that the whole transition could be smoother. But it was just a thing that you were able to be resilient with. I think you were able to bounce back and say, okay, we have two speakers for tonight, so apologies for that. So I really liked how you were just in your game, because letter E, the last letter of your name, you were the epitome of a dedicated queen, a dedicated Toastmaster. So thank you again, Toastmaster Elise, for leading tonight's program. And I would like to invite each and every member, and also the guests alike, to please, if you could open your cameras, and please, let's give Toastmaster Elise a big round of virtual applause. Here, here. Again, thank you so much, Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, for having me and for gifting me tonight with this memorable experience. Back to you, to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Elise.
La 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 la. A natural born princess Prince Pisces that I am. I would like every one of you to visit me and come to Disneyland Anaheim, where all dreams and magic come true. Not Disney World, in Florida. You're just going to take much of your time visiting all the attractions there for 3 days, and you're not just going to finish it yet. Whereas Disneyland Anaheim is just smaller than Disney World itself. My most favorite attraction in Disneyland is the haunted house, where real ghosts roam, and a real ghost would even sit beside you. Ugh! It's only in Disneyland. I, Ariel of the Seven Seas, from the kingdom of Atlantica, hereby, from the seven seas, far, far away, turn over the proceedings to our education master, our vice president, Prince Jonathan himself, who has found his one true love. Everyone, thank you all for a nice evening. See you at Disney Cruise, Mark. Everyone, Disney Cruise tayo. Back to you, education master.
Yes, of course. Let's have cruising this Disney cruise with here at Toastmaster Liz as our tourism champion. Toastmaster Fidelis. All right, so now I'll be giving. Did you know that our General Evaluator Joy is our Discon 2025 chair? And now I will be giving every one of us a 5 to 10 minute airtime for your questions about the Discon. So, Toastmaster Joy, what do we expect in the Discon?
Oh, thank you so much, Toastmaster Markin, for allowing me to have this airtime to talk more about the district conference this year. So what we have for this year's district conference, this will be a 3-day event starting on April 25 down to April 27. So on the 25th, that's a Friday, we're going to start the day, like in the morning, with the runoffs. So we are going to have two contests that will be done during the day, and that will be the evaluation and table topics contests. There will be two separate locations for the runoffs. One will be in Savoy Hotel, and the other one is going to be at Belmont. So it's a hotel just across Savoy Hotel inside Mactan New Town. I think it could be like a little past the lunchtime. We're going to have the humorous speech contest, and it will end with the international speech contest. On day one, during the opening ceremonies, we are going to have the fellowship at the same time. You will be witnessing the call to DISCON, which will happen next year in Clark. So DTM Tisha Timbang is the incoming district conference chair for next year's conference, which will happen in Clark. I don't have the details yet as to where exactly in Clark, but it's something to look forward to. There will be a very well-prepared opening number for everyone to partake as we get to witness the Battle of Mactan. Actually, during that start of the district conference is also the festivities in Mactan Island, which is called Kadaugan sa Mactan. So you will be, I'm not sure if you've heard, but Manny Pacquiao is going to be playing the role of Lapu-Lapu for, this is his end time already, but he's going to perform in Mactan. That's why I'm not sure if you have seen the district conference page that we have an advisory that on the 27th, the roads will be closed from 6 a.m. down to 2 p.m. because of that festivity. Now, going back to the DISCON, on day 2, we're going to have a jam-packed activity starting from 8 in the morning down to the evening. We're going to witness 3 sets of contests. We're going to have that keynote speech of our invited guest, world champion last 2019. His name is Aaron Beverly, Distinguished Toastmaster, who will be flying in on the start of that week. And he will also do an educational session. As far as educational sessions are concerned, we're going to host 3 or 4 of them. We're just finalizing the 4th one, but there are already 3 confirmed education sessions. There will be a panel discussion, and there will be 2 solo educational sessions, and one of which will be done by Aaron Beverly. So as to what the topics are, we're still coordinating with these speakers so that when we get to release them by end of March, that's the target timeline, you will have something to look forward to. On the evening of the second day will be the director's ball, and it will be a fellowship at that still. There will still be a more formal program at that. We are going to be extending a leadership award to one of the known brands that we have here in Cebu. I'm not gonna preempt who that person is, but you will get to experience that coffee that we are proud of here in Cebu during the actual district conference, because they're going to be setting up a booth for everyone to taste their coffee. So it's to me, between this coffee and Starbucks, I really go with this coffee. It has that depth and that coffee taste compared to Starbucks. No hard feelings for those who love Starbucks. But it's really a personal preference, and I hope you get to have that experience as well if you get to drink their coffee. On the third day of the district conference is the international speech contest. I know we have one more education session, then the international speech contest, and then we're going to be having a send-off lunch for everyone. By 12 noon down in the afternoon, you are free to use the facilities of the beach front of Savoy Hotel or the Mactan New Town Resort. So I know that Director Jot has prepared what do you call this, beach activities for everyone. And if I'm not mistaken, please don't quote me on this, but I heard him saying they're gonna have a jet ski on standby somewhere for you to use for free for all of the delegates of the district conference. But we'll get that confirmation from him so that it's something that you could also look forward to when we release that announcement. And by the way, for the president and vice president, or if there's any district officer in the room, the annual council meeting is going to be done on the second day of the district conference. That's where you would get to know the final candidates for those who will be running for the division director and the district trio or up, right? And we will have the elections and other matters to be discussed and decided upon as the council members of District 75. So I hope I answered your question, Toastmaster Mark. That was a mouthful, but yes.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Joy. Do you have any questions, fellow Toastmasters?
Yes.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Yes, Director Joy. May I ask that how can I be registered? Because I have been booked for flight, but the trouble with me was that during November and December, when there was a link for those who would like to be early birds, those who want to register earlier, I ignored this. And when it came out, as well as my laptop, as well as my cell phone, did not have the capability for scanning the QR code. So in as much as I'm not technically savvy, can I register? Can I find the link? Where is the link that will where I can register?
Sure po. Toastmaster Mark, not a problem. We often hear that feedback from those who doesn't have the capability in their phones to upload a QR code, no? But I'm going to place here in the group chat the link for the registration. So once you're done with your payment, once you settle your payment, please have that snip because we will require that in the form that I posted in the chat box right now. There are two payment options actually, Toastmaster Marts. Either you do the bank transfer or pay through GCash, or if you would like to opt for a credit card payment, please do message the Facebook page of the district conference team, because we are going to prepare and send to you a personal link for the payment of the fees or the registration fee via credit card. So I'm going to place here the link to where the district conference page is. Give me a few. All right, here you go. This is the Facebook page of the district conference for this year. So if you would have, you would like to pay through credit card, you can do so. Please message us in the Facebook page so that we could have that link ready and you could go through the payment set up for credit card payment. There you have it.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome po. And if you would also like to book a hotel in Savoy, I know we still have rooms available. This is the link for that hotel reservation. So just click on those links. I will also forward these to Toastmaster Mark, just in case you would need those links again after this
Yes,
meeting.
thank you.
Right,
Thank you
You're
very
welcome
much.
po. See you po in Cebu.
Thank you,
Yes.
Direct Joy. And I think we have Sedi here. Sedi, your turn for your question.
Yes.
I cannot hear you. Sedi?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Hi po, Director. I just would like to ask
Hello.
regarding area directors.
Mm-hmm.
I think the district announced I mean it's like it's not contest but a promo for area directors wherein if they
Yes.
have an 80%
Renewal.
yes on the renewal last year.
Mm-hmm.
However, the district didn't announce who are the who are those area directors, but
Ah.
I confirmed that with Direct Remy that I was one of
Ah, all
those
right.
who will be granted with the registration on
Mm,
the Discord.
okay. But thank you
I
for that
tried to
feedback.
register.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead. Sorry.
I tried to register. However, how can I register if there is a how can I be registered if there is a need for a submission of the
Ah,
payment proof of payment.
okay. Yeah. No worries, Derek Sedi. What you can do is actually just have the screenshot of your chat with Director Remy, and that would suffice. That would already suffice. So just a screenshot, and you can use that as your in lieu of the payment, proof of payment
Okay,
there.
I see. I see. Thank you for
Yes.
Direct Joy.
You're welcome. But thank you for the feedback. Perhaps we need to clarify that with your division directors that if you are qualified for that promo, that the screenshot of that confirmation from any of the trio is going to be what you will use to upload when you register. All right. Thank you so much. See you in Cebu, Direct Sedi.
Okay, so I think if you have any other questions, you may send your questions to me and then let's collate it and then I'll forward it to Director Joy and then
Yes.
can communicate on Messenger, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. Yes, I'd love to be able to address any of your questions as well. So, looking forward to seeing a great number of delegates from Meycauayan, if not from Division G, because you will be, I think you'll be hosting next year's district conference.
So thank you for that, Director Joy. And now let's go to the announcements. To our prepared speakers, you may now send your digital evaluation forms to your assigned evaluators. To the evaluators, you may now complete and send the digital evaluation form to your assigned speakers. Prepared speakers, please mark your speech projects as completed right after this meeting. Last March 8, 2025, the Meycauayan Toastmasters Club's Demo Meeting Committee, led by Distinguished Toastmaster Dan and Vice President for Membership Rai, has successfully facilitated the demonstration meeting at the Sarmiento campus of the Bulacan State University in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. They were received by the officials of the said university. Toastmasters Armel, Mar, Celia, and Oscar also participated in this event. All the best, Meycauayan Toastmasters Club's Demo Meeting Committee. This is our list of our target level completers before the current Toastmaster term ends. The Meycauayan Toastmasters Club attained 28 education awards from different members. This in turn garnered the current term 2024 to 2025 the highest number of educational awards for the past 15 years. As of March 10, 2025, the Meycauayan Toastmasters Club has achieved 9 out of 10 DCP goals for the current term. The District 75 convention will be held on April 25 to 27 at Savoy Hotel, Mactan, Newtown in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. This will involve different learning sessions and seminars, network opportunities, parties, and the anticipated district-level speech contests. Visit the Toastmasters District 75 Conference 2025 official Facebook page for more details. The 28-day book writing online course is now available. It contains online lecture videos that you may access 24/7. There will be group coaching sessions once a month and unlimited individual email coaching for 1 year. To those who are interested to unleash the book author in you through the 28-day book writing online course, feel free to approach me. Turn on your microphones as we greet our Toastmaster Livewire, Elise. A happy birthday this March. Happy birthday, Toastmaster Elise.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Our next educational meeting will be on March 25, 2025 at 7 p.m. The theme will be Bullish or Bearish, featuring stock market and cryptocurrencies. As we will increase our financial quotient by learning the fundamentals of stock market, REITs, and cryptocurrencies. This will be hosted by Toastmaster Wright as our Toastmaster for that evening. Our next WMS will be on March 15 at 2 p.m. via Zoom. The weekend mentoring session is open to Meycauayan Toastmasters Club members. Ihanda ang mga sarili at ang mga talumpati sa darating na club level patimpalak sa wikang Filipino. Apat na kategorya ang ating paglalaban-labanan para sa nasabing patimpalak. Ang paksang panghapag, pagsusuri at pagpapahalaga, ang nakatatawang talumpati at ang pamukaw na talumpati. Ito ay isang paghahanda at pagsasanay sa maaaring dumating na interclub patimpalak sa wikang Filipino sa Agosto. Gaganapin ang ating club level patimpalak sa Hunyo ng taong kasalukuyan. Sa mga nagpapasyapang sumali, mangyari may pag-ugnayan lamang sa inyong lingkod, Mark Edrada. Brace yourselves for the upcoming themes this 2025. Some of these are relaxing, and some are brain-twisting. Start researching about these themes. To our viewers on our social media platform, we invite you to join us to our regular educational meetings every second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 7 to 9:30 p.m. This is done online via Zoom. Admission is free, and follow us on our official social media accounts. For more personal and professional lessons about communication and leadership, download the previous issues of The Toast, the official e-newsletter of Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. Download it for free by scanning the QR code at your screen. It's fun to be children at heart, and it's more fun and fulfilling if we live the dreams that once upon a time we have been thinking of. You may be a Disney princess or Prince Charming at your own rights, but you also need to understand the Disney villains in your own life. Because as the Desiderata says, they too have their own stories. That way, you may have your own peace in your heart that may lead to your life being lived happily ever after. Fellow Toastmasters, see you next meeting. I am your Vice President for Education, Mark Edrada, and this is the family that rises and leads with competence and confidence. This is Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. Back to you, President Jeff.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mark, for the announcements. So before I say hi to our guest, could we have a picture first? Toastmaster Mark, please have a screenshot.
Yes. And you
Hi,
can
TM Mikey, TM Direct Sedi, please turn on your video cameras. Miss Jane Laporte, Direct Sedi. Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. So thank you. I would like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Joy for accepting our invite, the invite of distinguished Toastmaster Mark to be our general evaluator. We hope to see you on our future meetings every now and then. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Joy. Now, I would like to say hi to our guest, Miss Jane Laporte. Could we have a feedback from you? How's your observation of our meeting?
Hey, Jay. Welcome to Meycauayan Toastmasters Club.
Hi, Jane. Could you turn on your microphone? Or so Miss Jane has been invited by TM So thank you, TM for inviting your friends. Anyway, I think our potential member, Miss Jane, has technical difficulties. Now, hi TM Mikey. Would you like to invite us on your future meetings at DYCI?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So it's nice to be with again, um, on your Hawaiian Toastmasters Club meeting. I would like as well to invite everyone that this Friday night we will be having our one for those who are visit the UICI campus. Everyone is also will be having another meeting online on the second week of next month. So I hope I can as well invite you all there. And once again, thank you so much for it's such a pleasant experience to be part of this Meycauayan Toastmaster Club meeting.
Thank you, Te Mikey. Now, I hope you would register on the Discon by April. So anyone who has technical difficulties in the registration, you can just reach to our officers, and we are willing to help you on the registration. And we can also tap DTM Joy whenever we have questions. All right, so tonight we step into a world of wonder, dreams, and leadership. Our meeting is like where magic lives forever. And I hope the Disney stories of every one of us resonate with each within our hearts. So be your own Disney princess or Prince Charming and apply it on your leadership journey. With the power vested in me by Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, I now adjourn this meeting. Thank you all for